Facebook. Welcome live callers. Welcome webcasters. Super excited to have you here, you guys. I'm going to throw you guys into lecture mode if you're on the phone. And let me hit the record button over here. And let's get this thing fired up, shall we? Welcome, everybody, to tonight's Builders Call. Casey Eberhardt dialed in from Los Angeles, California, and I am super thrilled and excited to have each of you guys in here. Look, here's the scoop. We are trying something brand new tonight. I'm super excited to have you here. We are doing this live via Facebook Live inside of our team Facebook group. If you want to be a part of that group, all you need to do is probably go search Facebook groups for Casey Eberhardt's team. You can jump inside there. We open that up to anybody that's building a SendOutCard business. If you are online and you want to get an email reminder of tonight's call, we do this call, a call, on training and inspiring and motivating you to help build a SendOutCard business. All you got to do is go over to www.thebuilderscall.com, thebuilderscall.com. And super excited. Now we got I got all kinds of stuff going on. You guys, this is fantastic over here oh my gosh, I got Bruce Waterman in the house. This is so cool. Watch, I can put Bruce's thing up here. Oh my gosh, Bruce is getting so excited, I can tell you right now, because over on Facebook, I got his message. His message is going like crazy up here. We're going to go back here. So you guys, tonight, I am super excited to talk to you about tonight's topic. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, the two things that you have to build your business are your reputation and your network. Your reputation and your network. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go through 6 things that you can do to help build your reputation inside of SendOutCards. Now, I did a call like this similar last night, but it was for generic business. Tonight is all about SendOutCards, okay? All about SendOutCards. And you guys, my goal is to help you build your SendOutCards check so that you can have the freedom and the desired outcome that you did the day you signed up with SendOutCards. So let's get this thing fired up, shall we? So 6 things that you can do to build your network. And I'm going to talk to you guys specifically about SendOutCards because I did this call and I put this call together specifically for SendOutCards. So here's number 1. And by the way, I'm going to start this off by saying if you don't have a reputation or you have no influence, this is perfect because these are all things that you can do starting today, and it will increase and help elevate and enhance your reputation, okay? So number one thing that you can do, and these are in no particular order, but this is the thing. And if you guys online are seeing me look over to the left here, it's because I have a giant whiteboard right in front of me, and I got this giant whiteboard in front of me with all the notes on it. So number 1 is get involved. Get involved. Okay, so that's not good. So BJ is saying no sound. If you guys are online, can somebody comment that you can hit the sound? If you hear me? If you can hear me, hit the sound button. Let's see. So people are, I'm a little concerned that people aren't hearing it. So Bruce, can you hear me? Oh, okay, we got it. People can hear me. Okay, perfect. Sorry, guys. Love a little technology. So number one deal that you can do is get involved in industry associations. Get involved in industry associations. And let me tell you what I mean by this. If, let's say, for example, you and your SendOutCard business, you want to target shoe retailers, right? I just happen to do this because I'm speaking to a group of independent shoe retailers about SendOutCards in early May. Well, I'm speaking to a group of independent shoe retailers in May. So that's an association. It's literally called the Association of Independent Shoe Retailers. But when you want to elevate your reputation, you guys, we got to start talking about this en masse to the people that know where the people are, right? So pick a topic and go find an association on that. You could probably just Google Association of blank, right? Perfect example of this, I got involved in the ANMP, Association of Network Marketing Professionals. I went I went to their event and asked how I could help. And before I knew it, I was speaking on their stage. I was helping all the speakers. And in fact, I'm not even allowed to announce this yet, but I'll announce it to you guys because we're all friends here. They just confirmed me as a speaker in June. Now I have access to a massive association at the ANMP. By the way, if you are anywhere, June 1, 2, 3, I think the date is. I'll get you guys the dates on it. You've got to go to the ANMP. It's in Dallas, Texas. It's a blast. There's 60 speakers. It's 3 days of unbelievable networking. It's amazing. Jordan Adler, our #1 income earner, is going to speak there. I know Vanessa Hunter is going to go down there. Phoebe Trotman, our Distributor of the Year runner-up this year, she's going to be down there. I'm going to be down there. It's going to be a party. So get involved with associations. Those associations have the ability to put you at a higher elevation than everybody that's not in the association. So go to the association that you want and get involved. Offer to help. You could even, look, here's the thing, guys. I made a big business decision of helping associations and nonprofits in SendOutCards because I knew that if they had the influence with their group or their association or their people, they could bring those people in mass. It's literally how lots of people are doing it in SendOutCards. We're going out and delivering our message one to many, okay? So we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna get involved in that association. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to do 5 things here, and I'm absolutely loving this stuff. Okay, number two, and this is key. And if you've ever heard me speak for any length of time, this I talk about all the time, is you got to start looking for and connecting with industry influencers. Industry influencers. Why? Because those industry influencers influence the masses. Okay? They influence the masses. Okay? And so you could start at in your local town. If you only have a local community, maybe it's your chamber of commerce. Maybe it's a local nonprofit, but you want to start local and then move out and move out and move out. This is kind of a concept inside of SendOutCards. I remember when I was having a conversation with Jordan Adler once, and we were talking about, I really want to deliver, I really want to go build in North Carolina or New Jersey. And my idea was I was going to get on a plane and I was just going to go there and kind of hunker down. And Jordan said something that was really profound. He said, look, start local, start here and figure out who knows people in New Jersey or North Carolina or whatever. Once they have a little bit of a team there, then go out and start to participate on a more global level. Okay, so that's one of the things that we can do to do this straight away, is find those experts, those industry influencers, and get connected with them. Call them up, share the app with them, have them send cards. I did this a couple of weeks ago. Well, actually, it's about a couple of months ago. What I did was, there's a speaker in Los Angeles. His name is Craig Duswalt, one of the smartest marketing dudes on the planet, right? Now, let me just tell you, I'm going to be totally brutally honest with you guys, that a bunch of people know Craig. I signed up people that are in his mastermind group personally. There are other people in his mastermind group. Nobody ever sat him down and showed him how to send a card or even had sent him a card. This was bananas. So I literally sent his wife a card and a box of cookies to her modeling agency. Not only did he sign up, let me just tell you, these right here, I have in my hand a stack of cards of all leads that I have to follow up with from speaking at his event. He had me come down. I talked to 300 people. If you guys want to see that presentation from a SendOutCards perspective, it's awesome. I showed it to Steve and Vanessa, and they absolutely, their minds were blown. You guys can check that out at rockstarsoc.com. rockstarsoc.com. It's 20 minutes, and it should be, I think you'll get a big kick out of it. But I found an industry influencer or an industry expert. Now I brought him in, and now that's how the business is growing at leaps and bounds. I'm increasing my reputation, especially when a guy like Craig put me on stage. So again, it's rockstarsoc.com. All that does, guys, is it takes you to a video on my Facebook page, okay? On my Facebook page. So rockstarsoc.com. I threw it up on the Facebook live stream. So okay. So that's number 2. Number 3, and you guys, these are all so powerful. It's nutty to me that more people in SendOutCards aren't doing this stuff, right? So number 3 is write articles for industry publications. Write articles for industry publications. Now I can hear you. Some of you are going to say, I'm not really a writer. I get it. I'm not a writer either. But here's what I do. I find an industry publication. I find out what they want an article on. I then go pay somebody to write an article on that topic, tie it back into SendOutCards, and then I make it sound my own because I'm not a guy that's going to start a bunch of articles, right? Or I can quickly do a pop on and do a video, and those videos then get turned into articles. Okay, those industry publications then can hire me or bring me in or give me a byline, which is basically, this article written by Casey Eberhardt. I got to tell you, I just got offered a spot to write for Networking Times. They do a publication for network marketers. If you're not subscribed to Networking Times, by the way, it's a must. It is a must. Those of you that are coming on the cruise with us, all I'm going to say is Phoebe Trotman is currently our Distributor of the Year runner-up. She's highlighted in Networking Times, and you're going to get a copy of this month's Networking Times if you come on the cruise with us. So we're super, super excited. Okay, so you can write for people's blogs. Now look, you can write for blogs. You can write for almost every association has articles and news copy and reviews. Some of them have paper, magazines, okay? Look, here's the deal. So let's say you're sitting around and you're like, yeah, but I don't know what industry to go after. I don't know how to do that. There's a great website called www.haro.com. Haro.com. It stands for Help a Reporter Out. Okay? Now let me tell you guys, here's what happens. All these reporters, they get assigned topics, right, by their editors. Well, they get stuck too, just like you and I. So what they do is they go post on Haro and say, hey, I need a quote on network marketing, or I need a quote on relationship marketing, or I need a quote on, how to stay in touch with customers, or networking tips. Right? You just respond back and say, hey, I'm available. These people can use you. They can quote you. They can bring you into their article. You guys, this is no joke. This is no joke. I have a person, a gal in my mastermind program where we teach our private clients to do this, to go to Haro and kind of calm down and see what they can add value to. She answered a reporter's query to give a quote. She gave one quote to one reporter for one article. That article got printed in Entrepreneur magazine. She is now in that magazine literally like the last 6 issues because all these reporters now know that she's like going to play the game, right? She's going to play the dance. So she's going to go in and offer her advice, her opinions, her help. And now she gets that exposure. Now she can take those articles and put those on her social media site, and now it increases her reputation. You guys, so much of SendOutCards and what we do, you guys, we have the best relationship marketing tool on the planet. Think about all the people that could use our service, right? We have businesses. We have personal folks. We have people that are laying in a hospital bed, right? So no, it's HARO.com, Haro.com, helpareporterout.com. Just somebody asked me to repeat that. So, okay, now, here's the thing. I say this all the time. I don't know how to express it more valuable than this, and that is that opportunities multiply as they are seized, you guys. So you want to be seizing up all these opportunities to increase your reputation because you want to be the one that plants your flag as an influencer, okay? Now, number 4 out of 6, okay? This one I love. This is honest to goodness how I started building my SendOutCard business in the beginning when I knew no one. I didn't really have a network. I didn't even know where to start. But I did understand that I could create an event and bring influencers in, and those influencers are going to invite their friends, which gives me access to another network, right? So number 4 is create educational opportunities. Create educational opportunities. So look, If you don't know how to speak, or you're not a good speaker, or you don't have a network, you don't do a presenter, go get a little room at your library or your local Panera Bread, or you don't go spending money on a hotel just yet. But then go find a couple of influencers or industry experts and say, hey, would you come talk on networking, or come talk on building a real estate business, or come talk on coaching, or go talk on whatever. You invite these folks in, let them bring their connections. Now you kind of just play the matchmaker with this and allow people to participate. It increases your reputation, and now you get to rub shoulders with and hobnob with the influencers. Influencers, by the way, hang out with other influencers, right? But the influencers in your marketplace are always looking for places for them to increase their exposure, right? And look, there are gazillions of speakers and people that will come speak at your event if you put this little event on, I promise. I'm going to tell you guys, honest to goodness, this is how I started my SendOutCard business back in 2006. I didn't know anything about network marketing. I didn't know how to present. I didn't have a list. I didn't have a network of people. What I did was I thought, who the heck has other groups of people that would be amazing for SendOutCards? And I just thought it was actually kind of, I don't know, not even that well thought out. I just thought other network marketers would be great. People in Mary Kay and Arbonne and Amway and It Works and Longevity and Prepaid Legal. At the time, Prepaid Legal, now it's Legal Shield. And so what I did was I went out and I found the leaders in my town in Los Angeles that had teams of people. I sat down and I showed them how SendOutCards could help them build their blank business. And you guys, this was back in the day where you couldn't even put your own logo on the back. So they all cards came out and said SendOutCards on the back. But I found a few people. Now they can obviously put their own logos on the back with the custom brand package, right? But what I did was I then said to them, hey, look, I'll do a training once a month. And why don't you come in and talk about some element of network marketing? We'll get all you guys to invite your teams, and we won't even make it a big SendOutCards pitch fest, but what we will do is we'll show how we're going to use the tool of SendOutCards to welcome people to your team, follow up with your prospects, thank your customers, remind your customers that their auto ship is coming on, remind your teammates of new training, invite people in companies like Arbonne and Mary Kay, where they do the party model, or Tupperware. You could use SendOutCards to invite people to a party or to a host. And so I brought all these it started small. There were only like 3 or 4 people to start. And then what I started doing was I said, hey, look, we got to start buying products from each other, right? And so then what ended up happening is it grew a little bit bigger. And then I said, hey, look, I know we all have something to do outside of this thing. What are we doing? And so we started buying products and networking. It became its own networking group. Our Super Saturdays back in 2006, 7, 8, 9 were really all just big networking groups with an overlay of SendOutCards. None of us even knew how to build SendOutCards. I mean, I look back now and go, oh my gosh, I built this thing kind of almost on complete happenstance, right? But that's what you can do. You just got to get creative. Create educational opportunities, right? Create educational opportunities, okay? Now, you could also, with these educational opportunities, now that you know who the associations are and you know the influencers in those associations, well, couldn't you create an educational opportunity and invite those influencers and let those influencers bring on that association? You guys, SendOutCards is such a great tool to be building with. It's the possibilities with this are absolutely endless. Okay? Now, number 5 is going to get a little tricky, but I'm going to talk about it anyways. Okay? Now, I'm going to try to thread the needle here with staying in compliance, but I am going to walk the line a little bit with this. Okay? Number 5 is sponsoring events. Okay? Number 5 is sponsoring events. Now, you could absolutely go spend $10,000 and get a big trade show booth at some giant association. I don't recommend that in the beginning. Okay? But at your local chamber, your local meetup groups, different little events, you can go get a table for $25 here, $50 here or there. It's worth it because now okay, let me break this down. Here's where I sponsor events. I like to sponsor events when I know that the organizer or the association is going to let me get up on stage and announce what I do. The reason I do that is because I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live. I'm going to be marketing that event before, during, and after. So let me give you a small example. So Craig Deswalt's event, right? Remember, that is rockstarsoc.com if you want to watch that video, right? So here's what happened. Craig came on board with SendOutCards. I then said to him, hey, why don't I sponsor your event? Give me a table at your event. There were 300 people there. We had a table. It said SendOutCards and it had all our cards all over it, right? He then brought me up on stage to do a 20-minute presentation about SendOutCards. Well, while I was up on stage, I handed my phone to a friend of mine. She Facebook Lived it. Okay, that video is now saved. It's going to be put up on YouTube and so on and so forth. But now, just like this, you guys could go check that video out. I'm now leveraging that video over and over and over again. So even if I had paid $5,000 to be at that event, for me, it would be worth it because of the exposure and the hobnobbing with the influencers that I would have had out of that. Now, let me just say from a terms of service perspective and a fine print perspective here, that if you're going to go sponsor an event, you're supposed to have corporate check over all your materials and have corporate approve it and all of that jazz. I don't think they're going to have any problem with you spending $25 to sponsor a table at a meetup group. If you go to a meetup group, for example, and they don't have sponsors, well, then why couldn't you go to the meetup organizer and say, hey, I'd love to sponsor this event. I'll chip in $25 for food, or $25 if you give me a table and allow me to stand up and just tell people about SendOutCards for 2 or 3 minutes. You guys, this is about getting creative, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, well, I'll finish off with that. So being able to sponsor events is huge for your SendOutCard business. I'm always about how do I leverage and how do I get into pockets of people, bring on an influencer, pockets of people, influencer, pockets of people, influencer, pockets of people, right? Pockets of people are your pathway to relationships. Your relationships are the ones that will come in, right? Okay, and remember, when you're doing an event, you can get a lot of social media leverage out of marketing that event before, during, and after. So before I went to Craig's event, I started telling everybody I was going to go to the event. During the event, we Facebook Lived it. After the event, I saved the video, and now I use that as a leverage tool to send out to prospects. I just sent that out to like 25 people today via Facebook Messenger because I had that video, right? So I'm just leveraging that. And here's why I love somebody like Craig's event. He spent all the money on drapes and big monitors, and he's an amazing speaker, and he's got big screens, and it looked huge, right? That was why I felt that the leverage was worth it. Now, if you're just getting started and you don't have a bunch of money, do not go spend $1,000 on sponsoring an event. That's not what I'm talking about. But if your local meetup group or your local chamber has an opportunity for you for $25, $50, you could do 6 of those or 5 of those and not even sign up a single person, and it's still worth the money, in my opinion, because you're going to be generating leads. And the bigger your network, the higher your reputation, the more people are going to come to you and say, hey, I want to see SendOutCards. Okay? Now, number 6, for a lot of you, number 6 is going to make you feel a little bit weird. Okay? It's going to make you tingle a little bit, and I totally get it. Okay? So I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to kind of come back and talk about it for a minute, but I'm going to tell you ahead of time, it's going to make a few of you feel a bit weird. Okay? And that is this. What you want to do, now remember, we're increasing and elevating our reputation and our influence, okay? Is you want to start collecting testimonials of the people that you help and that you work with, okay? Now, sometimes it means being a little bit awkward and asking for a testimonial. But if you've helped somebody, they're more than likely going to give you a testimonial. Like if somebody pays me a compliment at a networking event, like, oh, that was a great video, or I saw you on Facebook, or that was a great tip, or hey, thanks for helping me. I'll say, hey, would you do me a favor? If I turn on this camera, would you mind helping me help others? Right? So all you have to do is start asking people, right? In the same way that yesterday I did a call and I said, hey, if you got some value out of my call tonight, would you guys go over to my Facebook fan page, which is facebook.com/CaseyFan, and give me a 5-star review. Don't put it as a comment, but go ahead and put it as an actual 5-star review. If you're going to rate me less than 5 stars, don't go over there. but go over there and leave me a review. It would really help me out. Well, I had a new rep in SendOutCards on that call yesterday. Her name is Jennifer Robertson, and she was kind enough to go over there and give me a review on that Facebook page, okay? It's not my personal page, it's my fan page. Well, because of that, what Google does is Google starts indexing all those review on fan pages, right? So I say leave as many reviews and testimonials for people as possible, but also you want to start asking for them, right? So think about if you met an influencer, you're at an association event that you sponsor, and you went up and you said, hey, Hazel, would you do me a favor? Would you give a testimonial to SendOutCards? You give me a testimonial if I just turn on my camera and give it 30 seconds? Well, now you have that testimonial. Now you could leverage that out. You could send that out to other people that might know Hazel. Let me give you an example. So let's go back to Craig for a second. I can't wait to give him this video, by the way. So let's take Craig, for example. There were a bunch of people at his event that said, hey, I'm interested in SendOutCards. And I know this is going to shock you, but upon follow-up, they didn't get it. They didn't want to talk to me. They didn't understand. So the first thing I did was I send them a private Facebook message, and I said, hey, just in case you missed the presentation or you want to review it, here's the copy of the video. And I then leveraged that video. Now, what I should have done in retrospect is I should have actually had Craig give me a testimonial in camera. Now, I know he will, and then I could leverage that to anybody that sees Craig speak. And so when I talk to people that know Craig, because I'm helping him build as a referral partner, I can leverage that testimonial to help push somebody over the edge, right? So I told you guys that I'm going to go speak for the Independent Shoe Retailers Association, right? Well, you better believe that Linda, the head of that association, I'm going to get her to give me a testimonial of that presentation. Now, when we start doing all the follow-up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have that testimonial be something that I can send in an email to all those people that were at that event because they value her opinion because she's the leader of the organization. Okay, you guys. Whew. I hope you got some value out of that. If you got some value out of that, you guys, I would love to get a testimonial, not only here on this video, but over on the fan page or on iTunes and Stitcher. Let me just reiterate a couple of quick things before we wrap this up. Again, if you'd like to get on the email reminder list of this call, we do a call like this for training purposes every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can do that at www.thecoolcall.com. thecoolcall.com will get you on the email list, okay? Now, number two, just as a total aside, I'm a huge believer in invest money, learn something, and teach it, okay? Invest your money, learn something, teach it. We'll do a big topic on this later. But what you can do is this. I'm all about finding cool stuff and bringing it to you guys. So if you want to invest 6 to 10, I think it's like $7. I listen to this guy's podcast. His name is Russell Brunson. You can get 257 episodes of this guy's podcast on an MP3 player just for having him ship the thing. He'll give it to you for free, but you got to pay for shipping. Okay? Go to preloadedmp3.com. www.preloadedmp3.com. Now, for me, I paid $17 extra and got the transcripts because I'm a reader. I listen to stuff, but I like to read along with it as well. But you can head over to preloadedmp3.com, pay the $7. He'll ship the thing to you. Listen to it on your headphones when you're walking on the treadmill or whatever. You guys, I so appreciate you being on the call tonight. I can't even tell you. And it is just my honor to be with you guys all the time. And I hope that you'll come back. If you are not part of the KCM Art Team group page on Facebook, you can go on there. Just search for the group. Join the group. It's all for people that are building. So it's not customer service. It's not a lot of motivation and inspiration. It's really about building SendOutCards. So with that, you guys, I so appreciate you being here. Have an amazing day. You're absolutely awesome. If you're joining us on the cruise, I can't wait to see you on the cruise. I'll see you guys on thecoolcall.com. You're absolutely awesome and amazing. I will talk to you guys later, skaters. Hey guys, on the phone call, I want to say thank you guys so much for being on here. I appreciate it. If there's anything that you want to see, if you want to see the video, it's like in that. If you want to see it, it's in that Facebook Live video on Casey's team. So with that, you guys,